say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On second down, another shot for Sermon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got... Go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
It is, he throws and the ball is out. It's a live football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, it's Fields. Flush to his right. It's complete to Robinson. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A play fake, now Fields to throw. The throw left side taken in by Kmet. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 31, Lance. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Lance. They set up the screen for Sermon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fields now to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Fields. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Niners 14, Bears 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Now a first down throw. Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
He was taken down by
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They snap it to Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for the Niners.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Here's a diving catch right side. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Gotta do better.
Fields going to keep it running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Check back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going to go. It's Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun on third down, Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Lance. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And they'll run with Sermon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Travis Benjamin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bears 7.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A final shot before the break. Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. Oh, some strong running. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming, I'm coming.
On the give, this is Cohen, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On the draw is Sermon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now it's Sermon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this.
They should put a stamp on me in the locker room. I just delivered.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
2nd and 14.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, watch set. Check, right.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here.
Here's Fields.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. That is caught at the 7.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a run with Sermon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6. Now a handoff. Sermon. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam in.